arena went silent. Sophie Cunningham was lying on the floor, screaming in pain, clutching her knee. Her teammates rushed over, and fans feared the worst. But what made the moment explode online wasn't just the injury, it was what happened seconds later. Bria Hartley, the player involved in the collision, suddenly found herself accused of something far more sinister. Some fans swore they saw her laughing. Others said it's proof of a dirty hit. And now the WNBA is being dragged into yet another controversy. What really happened that night? And why is everyone from Sophie's family to league officials being forced to answer tough questions? Let's break it down. It was August 17, Indiana Fever vs. Connecticut Sun. The Fever were already playing short-handed without Clayton Clark, Harry, MC Donald, and Cindy Cosom. This was supposed to be a statement game. Then in the second quarter, disaster struck. Barry stormed while passing near the basket, cuddling into Sophie. Cunningham collapsed immediately, touching her right knee. The sound of her pain called through the crowd. Teammates surrounded her, some visibly shaking, while staff rushed to help. Sophie could not pull weight on her leg. The Fever rising star was helped off the court and rolled out for the rest of the game. Fans knew instantly this wasn't just a bump, this was serious. And yet, this was only the beginning of the drama. Fever head coach Steviana White was caught on camera mounting to words when she saw Sophie go down. Only a raw human reaction that summed up what everyone in the building felt. But instead of folding, the Fever fought back. Down 21 points in the third quarter, they mounted the largest comeback in franchise history. Mitchell took over, dropping a career-high 38 points, including 10 in overtime, to lift Indiana to a stunning 99-93 win. On one hand, it was a historic moment for the Fever. On the other hand, it came at a devastating cost. Their emotional leader, their spark plug, was gone, and nobody knew for how long. But what fueled even more outrage was the reaction from Sophie's own family and the accusation that quickly spread about Bria. Sophie's sister, Lindsay, did not hold back. She went straight to Twitter and lied until the WNBA, writing at WNBA, maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about irony officials that are able to call a consistent game and protect your athletic. Her frustration was clear. She believed poor officiating had put Sophie in harm's way. Meanwhile, Sophie's mother, Paula, was even more blunt. In a since-deleted tweet, she described athlete as mean and out of control. For the Cunningham family, this was just an accident. It was proof the league wasn't protecting its player. Fans quickly joined the outrage, blasting both Hartley and the WNBA. But was this really a dirty hit or just a tragic accident? That is where the next part of the story gets messy. Almost instantly, social media exploded with clips of Hartley after the play. In one angle, it looked like she split. Some fans even claimed she laughed while Sophie was being helped off the cart. The word death spread like wildfire. But here's the truth, there is no credible evidence that Hartley was actually laughing at Sophie's injury. The video being shared was short, edited, and taken out of context. Some angles showed her walking away with a neutral expression. Others called a split second where she may have smiled, but it is impossible to know what it was all about. Still, the internet did not care. The narrative had already taken off. In the eyes of many, had crossed the line. And that is when the focus shifted from caution to a much bigger problem in the league. For the Fever, Cunningham injury could not have come at a worse time. Caitlin Clark was already sidelined, and now another key piece was gone. Part the WNBA, the Backlash raised deeper questions. Fans were not just angry about one play, they were angry about inconsistent officiating. Sophie's sister wasn't alone in blasting the league. Many players have complained this season about physical fouls not being called, stars not being protected, the referees allowing the game to spiral. The result, more injuries, more frustration, and more controversies. And Sophie's injury podcast line on the file. Was this the cost of letting games get too physical, or was it just an unfortunate accident that just exploded online? As Sophie was helped off the couch, tears in her eyes. One thought hung over Fever fans. What now? She's scheduled for an MRI to confirm the extent of the damage. If it is serious, Indiana could lose just one of their toughest players, but their emotional leader during a critical playoff push. Cunningham has built a reputation as fearless and unshakable. To see her sidelined in this way crowds down, not just for the team but for fans who admire her toughness. And yet, as brutal as the moment was, it might also define what happened next for the Fever. Do they rally again, or does the injury become the turning point of their season? One finish Saturday night will be remembered. The Fever record-breaking comeback, Kathleen Mitchell's career performance, and Sophie Cunningham's devastating injury that sparked outrage across the league. But the question in leaguers, did Bria Hartley deliver a dirty hit? Was she really laughing, or was this just an unfortunate accident made worse by social media speculation? For now, the truth depends on where you stand. But one moment changed everything: Sophie's future, the Fever season, and the WNBA's reputation. And if the league does not address it soon, the fallout could last far longer than the injury itself. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section about the story of Sophie's falling, and also hit the notification bell for more insightful story.